So is division in the world what it appears to be? And by division, I mean separation, us versus them. We see this a lot with politics and religion. And so the vision that came through for me was the shape of a Rubik's Cube. Because from one vantage point, you can't tell that it's a cube. It just looks like a square. And so that is what's been happening through generations, is that people have been standing on the side that they can only see. And then from that perspective, they lean into their beliefs with such rigor. And from that place, it creates these wars, it creates these misunderstandings because they can't see beyond where they are. And we see this a lot with our parents and our parents' parents. They just don't understand. We don't know why you're doing this. This doesn't make sense to us. But what is happening underneath that? And so the way I've come to see this is that they hold a piece of the scaffolding. They hold a piece of the structure. And from that place, even though that scaffolding, it can look sturdy energetically, but as it's expressed, it can be very rigid, or it can seem like it's rigid, that they can't see past this limited viewpoint. But that structure is allowing you and the next generations to stand on top of it and to build from it. And so the next generation comes and they stand a little taller and they can see a little further. And the same thing with the next and the next. And so then what ends up happening is that they begin to see that this is a cube. And then of course there's many geometries beyond that. They see the wider and more expanded perspectives. And so that is sometimes a necessity with regards to what we're seeing now, is that we've been holding so many different sides with such a limited viewpoint, and rightfully so. They needed to hold on to that in order to create this beautiful foundation structure to build upon. And so now with these newer generations, we're seeing this more expanded awareness, this more expanded perspective. And this is why we talk a lot about moving into the fifth dimension, which is unity consciousness, because I almost see it coming to a point up top, which is the oneness of all things, that we've never been separated, that we've only been sharing things from different viewpoints that are now coming into congruency and coming into oneness. I thought I'd share that. Would love to know your thoughts on this.